if part of our foundations are our purpose and values, then I think part of our foundations should also be our achievements. And I say this from the perspective of a lot of us don't make room for our achievements, unfortunately, apart from when we need to add credibility to ourselves in some particular way. And when I say that, it's to say our achievements are broad and manifold, and they don't have to be confined to your qualifications at work or any of your identities outside of work. They can sometimes just be in recognition of you achieving something that you enjoy. But more often than not, we either downplay our achievements, or we completely ignore them, or we bring them out on that rare occasion where you're like, oh yeah, do you know what, I've actually done XYZ. And I think this is a really critical part in us not only valuing ourselves but also role modeling that behavior, because a lot of the time people say, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. There's a fine line between acknowledging our achievements and bragging. But I always say, like, if it's true, what am I bragging about? It's not excuse me, it's not arrogant if it's the truth. It's not arrogant if I am saying I have done this and I am proud of it, because we're often forced to acknowledge our achievements, but we're not encouraged to embrace them and be like, yeah, do you know what, I've done this, I'm really proud of it, or I've done this, full stop. I would like to have done more, but I'm still happy with what I've done. And it's just basically for me saying, I will celebrate what I achieve, because what I achieve is enough for me. It doesn't have to be enough for everybody else. It just has to be enough for me. We have different goals. We're all different. What we want out of life is very different. How we want to show up in the office is very different. What we feel we need to feel better about ourselves, whether it's credibility wise and otherwise, just proving to yourself that you can. It's all very individual, but make space to embrace it. I think I've probably spoken about this same topic 100 million times, but it never gets boring to me, because it's something that, I continuously still have to work on, which is, I published a book, I'm a best-selling author, but those things feel very brittle coming out of my mouth, just for the fact that embracing achievements shouldn't be this difficult, but yet it is. Yet it is. So my encouragement today is, if there is one thing that you are super proud of, and it does not matter what it is, whether it's in the personal sphere or the professional sphere, post it on LinkedIn. Hashtag it lifestyle architecture if you like, but post it on LinkedIn, and if I see it, or make sure I see it, I will like it, because I think it's just really important that we get used to embracing and celebrating who we are, what we've done, because what might seem like nothing to you might be somebody else's dream, or what might seem like business as usual to you might seem like somebody's goal in 10 to 15 years from now. So just never underestimate what it is that you've achieved, because I can promise you are inspiring somebody. And when I say somewhere, it's not somewhere in the distant future. You're inspiring somebody now.